This is Ryan Abraham, Dan Weber, USCFootball.com. Instant analysis here from Howard Jones Field. Rivalry week, Dan. A lot of talk about USC, UCLA. A lot of these guys have friends on the team on the other side of the field coming up on Saturday. What did you hear about it today?
Well, I get the feeling it's kind of a nice thing that the USC players are kind of happy that UCLA is playing so well, that they're doing so well, that they've improved, that they've made this kind of a really neat game. You didn't get any sense of talking to all the kids that they're not unhappy that we're going to be playing a good team, and this game really matters, and it's important, and they're playing really well. So it's kind of it was a different sense of this game. Kind of a really upbeat kind of, man, we got a big game. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, not a lot of talk about 50-0. I know the fans want to talk about it. Players want to just keep that as last year.
I was just looking at Marquise as he's leaving, and he said, I don't think about it. And he said, I really don't. He said he couldn't stop telling, how much better UCLA was playing. He said they've really responded. Their coaches have done such a great job. He said that's all I think about. Going out there and trying to make a play. He said I just absolutely 50-0 never even crosses my mind.
Matt Barkley talked about he didn't want this to be his last game in the Rose Bowl. He could go undefeated against UCLA for his career, and obviously if he can beat UCLA and Oregon, he'd be able to play back in that Rose Bowl again.
Well, he was using it, he said, in one way, he said, he kind of downplayed it because somebody said something about maybe your last game, in the rivalry at the Rose Bowl, and he said, yeah, not necessarily. So, I think so he maybe wanted to play down the idea that maybe this would be your last time over there. So Matt's always thinking about things like that.
From Lane Kiffin talking about it, anything interesting from what Lane had to say about the rivalry, about how UCLA's improved?
I think it's interesting every time Lane mentions how much UCLA has improved and what a good job their staff has done. He always says, and they're doing it with a freshman quarterback. It's, you can just see how Lane thinks about things, thinks through the quarterback, thinks through the offense. But he never doesn't say, they're doing it with a freshman quarterback. So that's very much caught Lane's attention. We also asked him about, the little controversy over should the USC drum majors, stab the UCLA logo at the Rose Bowl that's got the UCLA fans just so up in arms, and they're talking about civil disobedience and all that kind of stuff. And Lane said, he said, I really haven't thought about it. I'm trying to figure out how to block their ends. He said I don't have much time to think about stabbing the logo.
And one last thing, there were a bunch of yellow jerseys out here. We got to talk to Silas Red afterwards, who did not play against Arizona State. Any updates that we're allowed to talk about or they can share?
Well, Silas Red said he's pretty confident that he's going to be able to play. As he said today, didn't practice today. Not sure when it would have to be that he practiced, but he was pretty upfront about the fact that he thinks he's going to be able to be part of it, and he kind of likes the idea of being in this rivalry. He said, at Penn State they've got rivalries like with Ohio State, Michigan State, trophy games and things like that, but they don't have a close rivalry. He said we don't have to board anything up or duct tape anything up. So this is different, and he kind of you can tell he likes it. It'd be his first time ever in the Rose Bowl. This is a guy that's a big Yankee guy, Yankee Stadium guy. Giants Stadium guy, Lakers guy, and all that. But this will be his first time in the Rose Bowl, and he says he's kind of looking forward to that.
All right, well, that's for Dan Weber. This is Ryan Abraham. If you're not a subscriber to USCFootball.com, we are offering a 30-day free trial right now. USC30 is the promo code. You can go to USCFootball.com or email me, Ryan@USCFootball.com for more information. And like I said, check out USCFootball.com for all the latest on the USC Trojans.